to talk to this man, Romario Williams from the 2-1 Hartford Athletic, still on the winning side, even though we lost last weekend. But forget about that. We're going to win this coming Saturday as Miami FC coming to town, and Romario Williams giving us the breakdown of the scouting report. How's the season been going so far for you, sir? We've got a bunch of newcomers on this team, but we're just excited that you guys are winning some games already.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've set ourselves up good in the first 3 games. Obviously, winning the first 2 and coming off a disappointing result. I feel like last game we were off it for the standards that we set for ourselves as a new group. But we set ourselves goals as a group, as a team, and we're fully expected to bounce back this weekend. Also, possibly with good weather ahead of us. Because we felt like the home opener was taken away due to the bad weather last time. So,
dude, that sucked. It sucked. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was a tough one. So, we're fully expecting our fans to come out this week. Obviously with good weather and stuff. So, we're expecting a bounce back game, and we're expecting to put on, a very good performance in front of our home fans.
Talking to Romario Williams, he's a striker for the 2-1 Hartford Athletic. You shut out your opponents in the first couple of games. What has Brendan Burke kind of stressed to you guys this year? I mean, they've gone through a bunch of new head coaches in the last few years. What has Brendan been telling you guys?
I mean, he came in with his philosophy, and that's what you expect out of any good manager. He implements his style and the way he wants things to get done. He's very detailed and how he sets his team up week in, week out. So, I mean, he's a proven manager at this level. I mean, his record speaks for itself. And he's brought in a group of guys to help him get the job done. And as I said, we've been doing a good job at that so far, and we know we're nowhere close to, where we want to be. But that's expected with a lot of new faces and so early in the season. But each and every day we continue to, chip at it and, improve with each week and with each performance.
Romario, you're so right about the first Saturday home game. I was there, man. My feet, I think my shoes are dried now, but it took a while. They were hanging up still for a long time. But still, like, the crowd was a lot more people were there than what I expected. And I was pretty impressed.
No, absolutely.
But
and, unfortunately for me, I wasn't here in person because I was away with the national team. But, just to kind of see the support and the people who took the time out to still come out there and cheer the group on in those kind of weather and those kind of conditions. It really speaks volumes, and it shows what the people in this city are all about, and in terms of their support and being behind the team. Right? We could not ask for more.
Well, how do you like the weather, dude? Because I'm coming from the South as well. I've been here for 8 years now, so I'm kind of acclimated to it. Now, you did play in Denver, so some cold weather soccer before you came to Hartford, but it snowed today, man. It snowed. Now, you being from Jamaica, have you been used to some of this cold weather stuff in the States, or are you still wishing that every game was about 100 degrees outside?
No. Definitely not 100 degrees. Definitely not 100 degrees, because it's those kind of conditions are extremely tough to play in. I've spent, I think, a decent amount of my career in both weathers, and I can tell you, playing in 100-degree weather, it's definitely not fun. But I think a lot of guys, including myself, were pretty frustrated with the weather this morning when we woke up and we thought it was snow. I can tell you that much. A lot of guys started saying, please, we don't want to repeat 2 weeks ago with the weather. So hopefully it's very good weather on Saturday. But, I've been accustomed to the cold weather. I've been here over 10 years now. I started my career in Canada and Montreal. So that's where I really got at first, my professional career, that is. So that's where I really got my first taste of the cold and the snow and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think this kind of weather is something you ever get used to. You just got to take it each day as it comes and just get on with it and just wait until better comes.
Talking to Romario Williams from the Hartford Athletic. All right, so let's go back to your 12 to 15-year-old days. What were you working on? What do our young listeners need to work harder at, especially being, players in the U.S., different countries do different things. What were you working on the most when you're at that age?
To be honest, at 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, I was just a young kid running around, just enjoying the beautiful game. Because that's essentially how it started. I don't think there's one thing in particular that I can point at to say, this is what I was working on, or this is what I was trying to improve upon or get better at. But fortunately for me, growing up in a family with a youth soccer background, and having two older brothers ahead of me who were playing at the time when I was a kid, there was stuff that we would do out in the backyard or whenever we would go to the soccer field and things of that nature. So having two guys in front of me that kind of helped to kind of, along with watching pro soccer on television as well, but just having them two guys along with my dad, really just helped me to become, all-around soccer player. Just working on different stuff, whether that might be shooting, passing, dribbling, whatever it is, even juggling, keep-ups, just simple fundamentals, of the game that's required of a soccer player. And then, as I got older, especially going to the U17 World Cup, that's the age where things kind of changed for me, where it's just like, okay, I can actually, make a living out of this. And that's when, I started dreaming about, potentially becoming a professional soccer player and playing at the next level,
All right, Romario, we have got 5 questions that we ask everybody. A little rapid fire to get to know Romario Williams. I don't know if Kurt's going to give us any game show music or not on this. Are you ready with game show music? You can fade it in or out. Romario, we have 5 questions. We've already had Michi on. We've already had your coach on. We've already asked these guys the same exact questions. Again, it's for the supporters out there to get to know Romario Williams, a little bit more about you, and maybe we can hook you up with some spots to go to or some things to do while you're new to town. Drink, Mario. Let's say Romario is at the pub and he sees some Hartford Athletic supporters and they want to buy him a drink. What drink should they buy you, sir?
Hennessy and Red Bull. If they don't have Hennessy and Red Bull, they're rum and Coke.
Oh, nice. I love it. Excellent. Now, being from Jamaica, that not being Red Stripe, like Dibs is a Hennessy guy, yep. And everything else you said, our producer Kurt threw his hands up. But you're not making people mad without saying Red Stripe, are you?
No, definitely not.
Right. Food, sir. What is your food that you would love to have here in the Hartford area?
Well, my food selection has been very biased. I've only been to the Jamaican spots. I think I've been to maybe 4 or 5 Jamaican restaurants in and around the Hartford area since I've been here. So
are they any good?
Anything? Yeah. What do you think as far as authenticity with these spots?
They've all been decent. They've all been good. I don't think it's ever going to be compared to a homemade meal, but I mean the options are good, in the event that you want to get something on the go or you just don't have that itch to cook or prepare it yourself, then, you just stop and grab something.
All right, I'm going to put you down for oxtail then. That sounds like oxtail.
Yeah, dude, Corey goat.
Okay. Oh, Dibs, you don't like that option, huh?
Yeah, it's more Italian.
Okay. Instruments, sir. Let's say you're a part of the supporter community and you need to make some noise. I just got my tambourine. What? Don't look at me like that.
Get a bigger one. Make more noise.
It's got to fit under the shirt so I can get into certain places with it. Oh, but instrument for you, Romario. What would your instrument be if you're in the supporter section?
I'm a drum guy. Give me the drums.
Excellent. Give him the drums.
All right, what's an annoying instrument?
Annoying?
Yeah, what annoys you in the stands? What should they have less of?
Horns.
Okay, excellent. Good suggestion there. What about sandlot soccer, sir? How did you get started playing soccer like as a kid in the park?
Well, I think I touched on that a little bit just now. Yeah, that just started with me being as a kid, just loving the game, having that joy for the game, and just playing with kids my age, playing with guys older than me. That's where I think the competitive edge, came from. Just playing with a bunch of guys who were significantly bigger than me in size and older than me, and just being tossed around as a young kid. But that kind of developed.
I love that.
The love, the determination, the fight, the grit, all those kind of stuff. Because at that time, as a young kid, nothing is necessarily going your way. You're not going to get any calls going up against grown men, So, everything was stacked against you. But that kind of molded me to the player that I am today.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you get some goals for the Hartford Athletic, sir, especially on Saturday. Miami FC is going to be in town. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff at Trinity Health Stadium. Go cheer this guy on. Romario Williams, thank you for the time, my man.
Thanks, Romario.
Good luck all season long.
All right, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.